From the earliest days of the railways, velocipedes were used by track gangs and track inspectors as a much easier and quicker means of getting around than using Shanks's pony. They were superseded by motorized machines, but there is a small group of enthusiasts which has continued their use for pleasure. The Eden Valley Railway's own velocipede, Fred, is thought to have originated in Denmark and is still used regularly by track workers when getting the works train out for use is not practical. Some of the machines seen on this film are quite modern compared to the original velocipedes and have been made from various sources. This one, however, is a hand-cranked one, very similar to the original type of velocipede. This one is different though, as most of the originals did not have a bath attached. This one is built on an old railway trolley frame and can be ridden by 1 or 2 people. It also has a useful box in the back for tools. One of the hand-cranked machines in use here is an original made in the mid-19th century for the Cambrian Railway, although unfortunately I can no longer remember which one it is. Bringing up the rear is another 2-person velocipede, again clearly built on the frame of a railway trolley. A closer look at Fred, with its bench for additional personnel and a nice solid floor for materials and equipment when going down the line to do work. This is clearly a velocipede built for 2. Unfortunately, it was built for people with longer legs than me. And as a result of this, I had to sort of stretch forward and lean very, very far back, almost horizontal, in order to be able to reach the pedals. It doesn't look very decorous, and it wasn't very easy. With the advent of the internal combustion engine, velocipedes were superseded by small motorized trolleys, usually with a small petrol engine. Many of these were made by Wickham of Ware in Hertfordshire, of which this is an example. Wickham trolleys could usually seat several people and were often seen towing or propelling trailers, such as this one, seen at Walkup Station. It is trailers like this which have been used by some of the intrepid Velocipede group members to create new velocipedes. Wickham trolleys often lived in small sheds at right angles to the railway lines which they were used upon. Most Wickhams therefore had their own turntable, which was used to get them facing the right way on the rails. This picture shows the Wickham actually being turned. And here is the Eden Valley Railway's Wickham trolley, making funny noises as it heads off down the line. Not the most comfortable of rides, as it's very low to the ground and there is no suspension. Back to the Velocipedes. For the afternoon runs of the Velocipedes, the Wickham turntable was taken down the line to make turning the vehicles much easier. Riding in the bathtub on this particular Velocipede is quite a strange experience, as you're very, very low to the ground. It is quite easy to get in, but quite difficult to get out of at the end of the ride. And here is a bit of footage of some of the Velocipedes returning to Walkup at the end of the afternoon run. Of course, there was a group photograph at the end of the session in which both the photographer and videographer managed to avoid being in, and a very good time was had by all. So much so that they came back and did it again the day after. And then the following year, and the year after that as well.